Erik Spoelstra up to? What is he up to?
Can I just say,
he's a hobnobber.
What is he up to?
You ain't got nothing to do this time of year, and you kicking the tires on anything.
He's up to something.
Maybe he's just a nice dude and people respect him.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
Can I ask you this? Back in the day,
yep.
Could everybody say that about Pop? Because every NBA player loved Pop, and Pop used to jaw with all of them. So
yeah, but I think he's always had like the still known as the player's coach, even still. Like he's a hard ass, but I still think like he's
so Spo.
Yeah. But what's he up to?
Why is he gotta be up to something?
What's he up
That's
to?
my point.
What's he up to?
You got nothing to do.
No, it's not that. I just
listen, you got up this morning and you go, only thing going on right now is the Marlins. You put on your Marlins shirt, and then and now you got like, let's see what else is going on.
Fish Strohs tonight. Excited? No,
it is. Oh, tomorrow is the next Heat.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. I miss it already. I'm like, I could really use some Heat Summer League tonight. And I'm like, 2 more days. All I have is Love Island.
And that's not you. See, I blame you for this. Why I have no interest in this?
What?
Because Marcos, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
One Brendan Tobin said, this isn't even the real one. It's when they get to Vegas. And now he's all excited like they playing for the championship.
It's fair.
You did this to me.
Somebody said in the comments, first of all, I love all of it because I'm excited to see the new Heat players. I really do like Summer League. I enjoy it. Especially last year kind of sucked because Jovic and Jaime were hurt basically the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really get to see it. It was really the Orlando Robinson show. So I was very excited to see some Summer League, but it is true that the California Summer League is not like the Vegas Summer League, which is kind of looked at as almost like the NBA summer convention,
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the truth of it, but I'm still enjoying the holy hell out of it.
Is tennis the only sport where the official wears a tie?
Completely ignored everything I said.
No, I heard you. I was listening.
I don't know.
You see all the guys around the edges?
I don't know.
They're wearing ties.
Are those officials or are those ball boys? What are those?
Even worse.
I don't know.
Ball boy.
Wimbledon looks hoity-toity, yeah?
Not a fan.
What do you think is more hoity-toity, the Masters or Wimbledon?
I'll say Wimbledon.
I'll say Wimbledon because nobody yells, Hatua!
Do you see this Hatua girl's local now?
She was at the Hard Rock. I know
she was at the Hard Rock. Yeah. She was doing she got her first paid appearance, I think, at the Hard Rock.
It was a fashion show or something.
Is this crazy?
I'm happy to see this. This Hatua thing makes me happy.
She's from a town of like 700 people.
Yeah, what this is the American dream.
This
is the American dream. You take a viral moment and you become something, and you want to know something? Who doesn't like her? Who doesn't like the Hatua girl?
So far, so good. There's no creepy past that's come up.
No, I know there were lies that came out like saying, she got fired. She's like, I'm not even out of college yet. Fired? Like, this is fun. This is fun. I don't understand her saying like I'm signing with an agency for a podcast or anything like that. Like, I kind of feel like she's got one note. She's doing exactly what she should do. You go to nightclubs, you go to parties, and you just do the line. And boom, that's it. But she was wearing yesterday the Tua Tagovailoa jersey.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's great marketing.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
That's good.
Got to have her out for a coin toss.
Yeah, I did see she had some presidential campaign hats as well. You know how it'll have like Trump Pence. It was Hawk Tua. 24.
I saw at the parade there was Zito Maurice 24.
Oh, look at that.
I'd vote.
I'd vote. Zito? Yeah, I'll take that.
I mean, Zito's got more important things than worrying about this trash heap of a country to run. Like, run the Panthers.
Yeah, please.
But if anybody could fix anything,
for sure.
Zito.
And then who's going to be the best?
Because like think about like if that was a cabinet, right? And you had to really make laws, like Zito would be handling all that. And then who better to handle the press than Maurice? You know?
Exactly. When Joe Biden was vice president, love the guy. Great. Alert.
I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of us thought it would be a continuation of what Obama did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's safe to say. Vice president? Yeah.
Chill.
Enjoying
life. So
yeah, but the one thing that I've always known, and that like I don't want to get into a huge thing here because you guys are all sensitive about this stuff. But the one thing we've always known about the presidency, ages you.
Does it?
I remember what Barack Obama looked like. When he was
Barack Obama was shooting hoops. He was playing football in the backyard. By the time he left,
that's a political age prime. And I'm looking at, I mean, certainly, Joe Biden has been worn out. And honestly, Trump is too. That ain't the same guy that was 8 years ago.
Not true.
You know, like I couldn't even imagine. Somehow Putin, though, looks the same. I know, like, they've been hiding some diseases and things like that.
Yeah.
But he's gotten down a Russian scowl. I guess that's what happens when you're not the campaign.
Is he short?
Yeah, but also like they lie to him and they let him play a hockey game and score 9 goals.
So crazy.
Very good, Mr. Putin. Hat trick. Third time.
Like, if our president tried to play basketball, he'd get dunked on, right? Because somebody here want to say, I dunked on the president.
Well, I mean,
over there,
I don't know if he'd make it past the tip off.
Mr. President, how you beat Habib in fight? Very good. Very good. Khabib sitting here, he's indebted in Russian taxes. He's like, okay, listen, Khabib, you fight Putin every day, but you lose. He goes, but I'm the greatest fighter that ever been. He goes, you lose. Taxes go away, but you lose to Putin.
That machine or the tax machine?
That's a point. All right, let's get to our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Center. Why buy a truck at the car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
All right, again, so my number one headline is, what's Spo up to?
No, see,
what is
we
Spo
already
up
talked
to?
about this.
What is he up to? Okay,
he's well liked throughout the league. He chats it up with everybody.
I think
he's not up to anything.
I think Spo is tired of the sleepy Heat rumors. I think that Spo is moving in the shadows. So if you take a look here, Leroy,
aren't you taking some liberties?
Maybe.
Okay.
But you look at this group photo.
It's got a whole bunch of guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys right there, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, 12 players.
Pretty good.
That's all you play in the Olympics? 12 guys?
Yeah. What more do you need?
Yeah.
Well, NBA teams are 15, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Except for the Heat. They can only afford 14. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Not even joking.
And then what about the days when
can't afford a
15th?
I don't think they can afford a 15th till like January. But anyway, I digress. The Spo.
I'm looking at that team, the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Grant Hill, Ty Lue.
Yeah.
Some other guy. Who's this other guy? He must be good.
Steve Kerr.
Yeah, not that guy. I'm talking about
Who's the guy on the far right?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Not Spo, the other guy. I can't tell.
I don't know who that guy is. But one thing I don't know, one thing I do know, is Erik Spoelstra.
Oh.
He knows positioning.
Whoa!
He knows what he's doing.
Look at that.
He knows what he's doing.
Look
Your
at
position,
that,
Bam next to Ant-Man, Spo in front of Ant-Man.
Look at that.
Yup. That's a Heat culture double team if I've ever seen one. What's he up to?
He could have sat anywhere.
Could have sat anywhere.
I mean, but what about that's Drew Holiday, right?
That is Drew Holiday.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take him too. Is he available? What's going on?
Nah, they signed him to extension.
Nobody like
word was that he did want him last year, but Joe Cronin.
Cronin, dude.
Isn't that crazy that they didn't want him?
Who? The Blazers?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
We talk about Cronin the same way we talk about the sanctions and like the hurricanes. Like,
we'll never forget. He'll be a part of Heat lore,
The ripple effect of Cronin still being felt.
Don't forget, nobody's better than Scoot.
Oh my God.
Well, what's he up to? And then this was
can I just say this while you do this to define
what am I doing?
Our fine listeners, right? Let me just say this. Spo doesn't decide where everybody sits to take the picture.
Does he? Because normally, here's what I was thinking.
He doesn't.
Because here's what I was thinking.
The photographer says, hey, you go here, you go here, you go here.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of times they put little stickers on the chairs. And if you notice, it goes tallest guys in the middle and it weeds down the short.
Why is LeBron not standing up? He's tall.
Look at that.
He's taller than everybody else, though.
Nah, he's not taller than Ant.
He's taller than everybody in his row.
Ant shouldn't be standing, but somehow
he's shorter. Ant is just shorter than everybody on his row.
I don't know.
That could have been Halliburton.
Could have been Halliburton. You could have had LeBron over there, and they could have put Steph in the middle. You know?
No, you can't. Do you not see how everything is?
I don't know.
Here's
what it seems like to me. Seems like
tallest guy in each row is sitting in the middle.
Seems like there was Spo, Ant-Man, Bam, hobnobbing.
Why does Steve Kerr look taller than Halliburton? That's weird.
How tall is Steve Kerr?
Steve Kerr
yes, it's symmetrical. Thank you, JP.
Is it symmetrical?
Yes,
it is.
Yeah.
Seems to me like, it seems like it was symmetrical, and then Bam, Spo, and Ant-Man were hobnobbing last minute, and they're like, "Hey guys, can we take a little snappy snap? Oh, sorry, we'll get in at the end."
And here's the knuckleheads.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Could have been anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
It could have been anywhere.
Could have been anywhere.
Interesting.
Tobin is right.
Tobin is
they
right.
Could have put Kawhi behind Spo.
They could have put him anywhere. And Spo's like, no. You sit over there, Kawhi.
So you say you say Spo decided to do this.
I'm saying laying the groundwork.
I think
laying the groundwork.
They were having
dude.
a conversation probably, and the photographer's like, "Hey, we have to come home."
But let's just not stop there.
That's
we have more.
You come
we got more.
And mayo on the hamburger and say you made hamburger.
We have
come on, stop.
Did you guys hear about what happened yesterday post scrimmage?
Oh, you mean the scrimmage that we won by 1 point, or like a block?
Well, apparently this intangibles from Duke was cooking everybody. Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be the most hated man in America.
Yeah.
Intangibles for Duke, and he's that good. I saw him. He was cooking.
Yep, did see it.
He was cooking. You know, I mean, he's even taking shots away from our boy Jaime.
Yeah.
Speaking of foreign intangibles, by the way, first matchup has been drawn for the Olympic team.
All right.
They play, I believe, tomorrow. They're playing Canada in a pre group play thing against Team Canada. But first matchup, Yovi versus Bam. America versus Serbia in group play.
Didn't they win the gold
July
last year
28th.
or the silver?
Silver, they lost to Germany. Remember, he was crying.
He was crying.
Jovic was crying, but apparently he's
19, dude.
He's slated to be the power forward next to Joker. So
wow,
it's
gonna be fun.
Their world
Joker
appreciates him more than we do.
Joker didn't play last year. Then.
He didn't play in the Olympics. I mean, he didn't play in World Cup. No.
Hey,
scary.
So me and Marcos were talking in there. I said, I think I want to get one of these ICEA bowls.
ICEA?
Acai
really?
Bowls,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Why?
And he goes, wait. He goes, you gonna order all those empanadas and then I say, yeah, who am I kidding?
Yeah, who are you kidding?
It's like
what are you
a
gonna
large pizza and
what's
a Diet
next?
Coke.
Steel.
That's what he says. That's like ordering a large pizza and a Diet Coke.
Yeah, what's next? You're gonna get steel oats?
Oh,
something like that.
What are you doing, dude?
Come on, dude. What are we talking about here?
I mean, I get it, but I never had one.
So let's get back to the task at hand
yes,
this hour.
Please.
What's Erik Spoelstra up to?
What is this guy up to?
So did you see yesterday? So after practice, Erik Spoelstra
after practice
whips out his cell phone and decides he wants to take a little selfie. He wants to take a little selfie.
Okay.
Of the Team USA current and past players that he's had. And so Erik Spoelstra, he takes a selfie, and who's in the photo? You can see here, Leroy, but Bam, Jaime, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Which again begs the question, what's Erik Spoelstra up to?
What is this guy
first of all,
what's he up to?
First of all, let's be clear. A little fracas amongst two colleagues doesn't mean they hate each other. Okay, so that's the first thing you should get from that picture. That regardless of what Spo and LeBron and whatever that situation was, listen, they accomplished a lot together, and nobody's got any hard feelings about that. That's what that picture looks like to me, right? The other thing is that you don't know how it was all. You think he just collected everybody, or everybody was taking pictures? He said, "Oh, let's get this one."
Spo is a selfie man. He likes selfies. If you'll remember, I believe it was 2 seasons ago. You will remember this selfie that he took in his office of himself, Bam, D Wade, UD.
Right.
So he's a selfie guy. Likes selfies for his memory.
Well, first of all, let's be clear. UD and D Wade forever are going to be part of his selfie crew.
Of course.
Right.
But now he's got a new selfie
And now you got
crew.
Bam, because Bam is the, he's the new of those two.
But now he's got his new selfie crew. And LeBron James posted on Instagram afterwards. Heat culture. Past and present.
Ooh.
All right. And he tags Bam, Triple A Jota, and Spo. A little fire emoji. But it gets you wondering.
Wow.
What's Erik Spoelstra up to?
Can I just, why do you do
Because
this?
let's think about this. Let's just think.
Hey,
I'm just going to say something I've been noticing, okay?
Why would they do that?
I've been noticing things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Haywood Highsmith was doing his media yesterday, right? And he's talking, and no mention of Jimmy Butler, right?
None.
Kevin Love, he talks about best players, but he takes his time out. He talks about Bam, right?
Yeah. Even mentioned Jaime.
Right. We know that there is, this contract standoff with the Heat. Jimmy's going to play out this year. But let's just say, things are a little stale in both Villes, right? LeBron got his contract with the Lakers. Bronny got drafted there.
Wait. Listen, RBA Richard did it perfectly. Beep, beep.
Well, listen, I may be painting a black tunnel on a rock. That could be happening here. But think about this. You got this whole thing with the Jimmy Butler era, right? Maybe it's coming to an end. Who knows? Who knows? And all of a sudden, in the middle of the season, LeBron got what he wanted. He got his son drafted. He foisted the Lakers.
Yep.
He did everything that he wanted to do. He got his pal JJ Redick a coaching job. But it's tough out there in the West. A lot of teams.
Yeah,
a lot of teams you're banging your head up against there in the West. East, a little easier. It's crazy to think all of a sudden the groundwork is being laid for a LeBron midseason exit.
Wow.
Out of the Lakers.
Yeah.
Demands a trade. But you're going to set me wrong because he has a no trade clause.
Only one of two players to have that.
Yep. Is it crazy to think groundwork is being laid to get the hell out of there in the middle of the season?
Damn.
Laying in the weeds. Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, little switcheroo. Maybe Spo's tired of it. Tired of the nonsense.
You're saying
tired of knowing whether or not his guy's going to be there tonight. I don't know this to be the case. I'm just throwing it out there.
Of course, you're just
throwing it out there, dude. Is it possible?
Is it?
When they're having some pasta in Las Vegas, right?
Yep.
At Hell's Kitchen. And they're just thinking, you think they go to Hell's Kitchen?
I don't think
Where do you think they go? Somewhere fancier?
I feel like Hell's Kitchen. Yeah.
You think they go to Herbs and Rye?
I think they do go to Herbs and Rye.
Let's just say Spo and LeBron are at Herbs and Rye.
Yeah.
He goes, well, how's it going, Spo? And whoever that was, he's like totally right. Leroy's not even listening. He's just focused on empanadas. No. But listen, they're at Herbs and Rye, swirling some wine,
Yeah.
Spo's like, earthy, and then
enjoy
LeBron's
sweet potato.
And LeBron's like, man, Spo, I'd kill to be 35 years old. He goes, yeah, well, Jimmy Butler, you never know with him. Roll of the dice if he's going to even be out there for 50 games. And LeBron's like, 35 years old. I give you 78 games, Spo. Just 4 games at the end of the season. 1 seed. He goes, those were the days, huh? Those were the days.
Those were the days.
He goes, forget about that whole me trying to get you fired thing. He goes, in the past. I wanted me fired too.
Bygones be bygones.
Bygones be bygones.
I wanted me fired too. Is that what it says?
Hey, he's just rolling with the bunch.
Okay.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
This is some groundwork laying or just nostalgia.
I don't know. Got to keep an eye.
Very, because Spo knew. He
Yeah.
could have taken that. Here's the thing with Spo. Could have taken that selfie anywhere. Nobody had to know. Could have had it for himself. He wanted it out in the public. LeBron too. Now LeBron puts this out there. Just made me kind of think like, I'm gonna take note of that.
Watch that. I don't see any other person doing that with any other team.
I'm gonna take note of that.
It's amazing how an individual who had a problem with a guy for almost 10 years will mysteriously, because of the way his team is,
just a picture,
accept that.
Well, his
guy.
team is too. His team is too. Don't just.
No.
It's a
This
two-way
is on you,
street.
though. He didn't have a problem with Miami. You had a problem with him.
Well, just nefarious. Like, you bring Dan Gilbert into this backyard, you fly Pat Riley across the country. Very unbecoming. But, past is the past. Riley's forgiven him.
Over it.
He's apologized to Pat
if he
Riley.
help you win, you forgive him.
He's apologized.
If he
to
can
Pat
help
Riley.
you win, you'll forgive him.
I mean, like,
That's how
they can help
works.
him win, too.
It was a decade ago.
Obviously, both teams need to kind of come out of the gate a little bit sloppy, a little bit muddy.
Yeah.
But is it crazy to think, Leroy? I mean, like, we heard what the organization said to Jimmy. No extension.
Yep.
Pat Riley told him to shut the hell up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
And here's the deal. As soon as Jimmy gets back in town and starts working out, you'll be blowing him up.
Who, me?
Yeah, you'll be, ooh, in the lab.
Hey,
Woo!
nobody. Well, he is in the lab, which is great to see. Nobody publicly was more for him getting his money than me, but they didn't. And so you have to wonder as an organization, what are they feeling, right? I can't just be blind to it, Leroy. I already said pay Jimmy Butler. They said, no, we don't agree with you, Tobes. So maybe they agree with this, where it's like, kind of feels like they're being a little extra chummy out there with Team USA, right?
Little extra
Little
something.
chummy. What is Erik Spoelstra up to?
Why do you always have to be up to something?
Because come on, dude, he's up to something.
He's up.
He's up to something.
I think he's just a nice guy who's well respected through the league and is having a good time.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
That's the way it is.
That's exactly what someone who's up to something would say.
That is what they would say.
Interesting.
That is what they would say.
Seems to be dismissing this, Leroy.
No, I'm not dismissing it. I'm just saying
like
that you guys are taking something that's very simple, very just, and trying to make it something that it's not.
I'm not the one blasting it all over social media. That's LeBron.
Okay.
Yep.
And what if LeBron? Here's the thing with LeBron. You never. This is a calling card of LeBron James.
Yep.
So you always think like, oh, we're doing what he wanted, but he always seems to set up an organization he's ready to scoot out of town with for the worst. Right?
Yep.
So he goes, what really put this team in the stinker? We hire a coach with no experience. We hire a podcaster as our head coach.
Yeah. I know just the guy.
Yeah, he knows just the guy. And so what if LeBron this entire time, the last time, and he goes, Spo, I can get out of the Lakers, but it has to look good.
Gotta look
so
good.
What we got to do, we got to hire a real bum at head coach. But I got just the guy everybody thinks is going to be good. In fact, you know what we'll do? We'll leak to the media. We'll say he's going to be the Lakers version of you.
Oh,
he goes, really? That's good.
It's good.
In fact, say he's not only that, but LeBron, tell the Athletic that he's reminds them of shades of Pat Riley. And LeBron's like, that's even better.
Breadcrumbs.
And so all of a sudden they hire this podcaster as the head coach.
Easy.
Right for a terrible start.
Yep.
Well, LeBron, hey, father time is ticking.
Yeah.
A half a season to most men is just a half a season. For LeBron James, that's another quarter of your career gone.
Long.
Right? So all of a sudden these guys get off to a stinker. And then he's like, hey, Genie, Gene Bug.
Can we talk, Gene?
You need to get out of here.
Oof.
Heat's a calling. They say, hey, you get Jimmy Butler? That's not nothing.
Oh, that's not nothing.
That's not nothing.
That's better than he's ever.
Oh, so now you're willing?
That's not nothing.
Yeah. That's what he said. Hey, this is what this guy said. Potential. Just throwing it out there.
Yep. They even said they give you a Swedish kid. I hear he's good.
Swedish Swish.
Yep.
That's what they
They call him Swedish Austin Reeves.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
So LeBron just lays the groundwork for this JJ Redick to be the head coach. And he stinks up the joint naturally.
To be clear.
Yep. Master plan.
You were getting all this from a selfie.
Yeah. How could you not?
Because what's he up to?
It's written everywhere.
What's he up to?
This is the same guy that calls me idiot for asking them hockey questions, but he can figure out all this stuff.
Comes in, he plays his last 2 years here. He finally gets to have his salute.
Yeah.
They
we'll
take
draft
over
his other son.
They take over the East. We draft Brycey.
Yeah.
In a couple of years. And you want to know who else becomes available in a couple of years?
What was that?
You guessed it. Anthony Edwards.
Anthony
Edwards.
Oh, by the
time
then,
LeBron's done,
46.
LeBron's out of here. This is passing of the torch to Bam's new wingman.
This is good.
Anthony Edwards. Bam and Ant.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's good, right? Crazy?
Writing's on the wall.
Really? I mean, is it crazy to think about? I don't know. You tell me.
Exactly. Tobin trading prospects like Pez. At some point, you got to ride it out.
Well, we are writing it out.
Yeah, with Khalil Ware.
Yeah, Jaime's going to be here. Nico's going to be here.
Nico.
Bam's going to be here.
This
we got
is 1-for-1.
Yeah, little swapskis.
And honestly, if you check the tennis schedule towards the beginning of the NBA season, Jimmy Butler's going to be missing a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bubble guts.
Listen.
A lot of bubble guts.
Listen, I don't want this to happen. Just one has to wonder.
Mm-hmm.
What's Erik Spoelstra up to?
So here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You think Jimmy gives us 70 games this year? Because all that nonsense you just said is not happening. You think Jimmy give us 70 games?
You better.
Nope, that's not. We said that last year.
I think it's been quite some time since he gave anyone 70 games.
No, last year we all got to buy in because he was like, "Oh, come on."
No, you were talking
Jim
about.
VP is going to turn it on.
Wait.
He lied to us. He lied to me.
Yeah.
What?
It's that time.
Hold on. Who said it's that time?
You.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I say, wait.
Who walked to the
say
tunnel?
that.
Who walked to the tunnel, looked at the cameras, and said, "It's that time"? Not me.
No.
Who said it?
Who was also talking about playoff Jimmy before that?
Who said it though?
No, who was talking about
He
playoff
bought
Jimmy?
into it.
Huh?
He bought a little too much to his own mythology.
Wow.
Happens to the best of them. But now,
Me and you fought
gotta show me something.
every day
Mhm.
over the fact that you said when the playoffs come, Jimmy gonna be Jimmy.
Well, he didn't play in the playoffs,
Right, but that's my point.
Mhm.
They never got there.
so we'll never know. Incomplete answer.
No, but that's the point.
To be continued.
If you keep waiting for tomorrow never gets here.
Right, but you can't say I'm wrong because we didn't have an answer.
Yes, I can.
No. That's
If
not
you're
fair.
wishing for that and hoping for that and thinking that's going to turn it around, you're a fool.
Jimmy Butler was kidnapped from me. I didn't get a chance, so we'll never know.
Jim VP, you remember that?
Good times.
Yep. All of that.
Mhm.
If that's what you're hanging your hat on for a successful season, you can't do it. You can't do it. Some things you have to see.
Mhm.
Okay? For example, when the Panthers lost 6 in a row, there was no doubt they would turn it around because they had done it for 2 straight years. Right? You didn't have any doubts. Oh, they just hit a rut. That's just it. Okay?
Well, they didn't do it for 2 straight years. They literally needed the last game to get in the playoffs the year before.
And they went to the finals.
Okay.
They turned their season
But you
around.
can't say there was no doubt for 2 years.
No. I'm saying in the beginning of the year, right? It looked like it
You're
was
talking
gonna
about the
be
middle of the season, right?
middle of the season.
Yeah, but they didn't do it for 2 years.
Okay. So here's what he does. Here's what my guy does. So he's gonna lessen what we went through with the Panthers
I'm not lessening anything.
to try to make his point
I'm just
about
saying-
Jimmy less wrong.
No, I'm just giving you the accurate statement.
And I'm giving you the accurate statement is this, okay?
Mhm.
At some point, right? Father Time is going to win.
Mhm.
And you thinking, oh, they just going to turn it up a notch, and you can't. And I've said that about Jimmy and about all other old players. And you keep thinking, playoff Jimmy, Jim VP.
You don't think he's gonna have a good year this year?
I'm not saying that.
So what
I'm
are you saying? I don't
hope
really get your point for this.
I hope he has a good year.
Mhm.
But the fact of the matter is he's getting older and he's played a lot of minutes and you don't know when his body is going to start breaking down. So I'm not going to be one of those guys that if he sits out 3 games here, 4 games here, 5 games here, and only has like 37 or 38 games by Christmas, say he's going to turn it around.
I would agree that Grace is gone.
It was gone last year.
No, that's not true.
So you
come off of finals, you get Grace.
Grace don't care about how old you are, dude.
I'm just saying
what you did last year don't matter.
If the Panthers got off to a lousy start this year and Barkey was off to whatever start, you wouldn't give him some
Barkey's
grace?
not 35.
Make it Bobrovsky.
I might have some questions.
Wow.
If he just looks slow.
No faith in playoff Bob.
No, that's not it.
Man, no pleasing.
That's not it. It's like I have all the faith in the world in Bob. Okay. I don't have a whole lot of faith in 36-year-old Bob because 36-year-old Bob.
He's a champion.
What yesterday's price is not today's price. Why can't you get that through your head?
Lord Stanley is priceless.
Oh, sorry.
Dude,
Who's preaching?
like